Hello everybody, this is the Ultra Maximus, aka I am also known as, the Rabamalal. Rabamalal is my variant, and he thanks you for tuning in to the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser for April 27, 2022. And this is the one and only Ultra Maximus channel, and that's why I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Click the notification bell for notifications for when we do go live, and of course leave me a comment below if you're watching on the rewind. Like and share the video, because that is appreciated, of course. And it is really appreciated that you guys subscribe to the channel. For all 1,100 of you guys, this is going to be the giveaway of giveaways that I keep on continuously adding more books to. You know, what if this thing actually gets to a full long box? I mean, would that be a bad thing? I don't know about that. I don't know about it being a bad thing, but it's a possibility of it becoming a full long box at any time. So just keep that in mind. While we wait for documentation to be pushed through to legalize the channel as far as an LLC, Ultra Hour, Hauser and T-Bone, good to see you guys in the live chat. I don't know about an hour. I don't think I can contain all the content that I have for you in 1 hour, but this is one of the reasons why I'm going to tell you to check out some of the other videos that I do as I talk really fast. Raw Report. The next episode of the Raw Report, my pickup video, where I show you guys the pickups and mail drops that I get. Wow. It's going to be a doozy. Because you guys know there's spec involved in that anytime I do that video. Also, you really want a heads up on not being FOMO'd, come check out the FOC on the secret variant. Marvel Legacy video that I did, it's pretty cool. And of course, the hip hop variant, pretty cool too. And if you guys subscribe to some of my friends here, that'd be great. And any one of us who has a cool video, you realize that if we're on a monetized channel and it goes viral of like 1 million or plus more views, that's like almost a year's salary for some people. Do it up. Support your comic community the way it should be. And Dave Collects, good to see you, man. And of course, follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on IG, or on Twitter. And of course, you can find the links for all of those at the lower right-hand UM logo done by the man, the myth, the legend, Eric Gus Hurd. And of course, Facebook is the ULTRA Maximus because I take no L's. And then you can find me on Whatnot at Ultra Maximus. And yeah, got a big shout out coming for them on the next Raw Report, that's for sure. Follow on Twitter at XUltraMaximusX, and despite all the X's in there, I know there's 3 of them, there's no XXX content to be found anywhere on there. There might be some rated R content and me making fun of some people with some vulgar language, especially people who get on there and try to use some really vulgar tactics to describe themselves. Slander and defamation. Anyway, the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix is the special Raw Report that I do on the Mighty Mel V channel for its drunken chat, and that will be happening on Friday nights. But you know what? If I'm not doing the Spec Matrix, we got Ninth Wonder with B-Sides, we got Mel doing Melcast, we got Blind Adam with the Hidden Gems OG, and you know what? There's a lot of other good content over there besides the Spec Matrix, but when we have a panel of us together, it is like a family at a dinner table after they have all eaten everybody's favorite dinner, and everybody might have had different things. It doesn't matter. And this is one of those reasons that Mighty Mel V wants to see what's on your plate by having you draw on the Spawn #1 reprint as well as the King Spawn, both black and white variants, and do it for Gunslinger Spawn as well. Scorched, black and white, and of course Spawn 329 and 330 on the black and whites. And doing that is going to be, again, something that Mel's got an art contest, so don't forget to follow all of those people as well. And I don't know why it's repeating these. I thought I deleted all the repeats, but download the Whatnot, of course, and do that through the App Store and of course through Google Play, and it's going to get you real far. And of course, don't forget again to follow me. And I think I've already put all these through. What the? Subscribe. This is what happens. I've combined slides, and you guys know I've done the slides every now and then, but of course the delete didn't delete. I hate when there's extras. Soundtrack provided by White Bat Audio, of course. Wonderful people. Subscribe to them. Carl Casey at White Bat Audio, of course, whitebataudio.com. And of course, this man right here does awesome logo work. Be sure to hit him up. Of course, he also does variant covers, and I would love to see Mr. Hurd doing more variant covers. So, hey, publishers and store exclusive people, hit him up. ComicBarricade.com, of course, is there to help keep your books upright in the box. You can use that code ULTRA and get yourself 10% off. You know what? I need to turn up my mic a little bit more. And turn up the music a little bit more too, you know what? Because it's fine. Because it's fine. And you know what else? Wanted Comics is needing you to add them to your bookmarks. Of course, if you were smart, you saw me continuously dropping hints about Bloodstained Teeth #1 with the Sozo Mike, a first store exclusive. Oh, what? Her first store exclusive original art, not a reprint, because I know some other store did nab a second print of a book, but that's okay. Iron Fist, of course, is another one of them that you can get through wantedcomics.com. Don't forget to follow Wanted Comics over there on IG. They're also on eBay. They're also on Whatnot, doing big things. Big things for the community, especially with hot books. Drew likes to go and pull the stash when everybody is trying to sell for big money. Like he blew out some new Avengers for a good deal. $1 a minute. Just like Mel. And of course, my super chat is inactive until we get our LLC all situated. But paypal.me/Ultra Maximus if you are feeling like you would like to donate to the comic book journalism endeavor that is this guy right here. Who's that? Oh, it's just little old me. How's it going, everybody? I am the Ultra Maximus, and you are joining me here. It is New Comic Book Day, and you are here for... I am doing a panel of 12 people's work by one person, so it's pretty awesome. Oh boy, we got good stuff going on in the chat. I love when that happens. Yo, what up, Uncanny Swag? Good to see you as well. Big Remo in the house, and Dave Collects always dropping good fire. Man, so we got a lit show for you guys tonight. I hope you are well, because of course, actually, one of my lights is not actually lit. So, but again, I hope this episode finds you all as well as it finds me, with a kid asleep on the couch outside the office. But I also got a cat and a dog asleep over here in the office as well. And broadcasting to you live, unscripted as always, is me. So let's get this on. Double O, good to see you as well. So if you are new to the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, well, let's just say there's going to be some spoilers ahead if you have not been to your local comic book shop. Also, there's going to be some spoilers ahead in reference to some things that we're going to talk about, because we're going to talk about some other things besides comic books. And we're going to start it off, of course, with tonight's top story. But we're going to review the top story, and then we are going to carry on and go over all of the books that were released today, just to make sure you didn't leave anything behind. And then we got some other topics to talk about. But we're going to end the show with a review of the books that closed on FOC this past Monday or Sunday, depending on your FOC provider, and that will be how I give you guys your last absolute call towards getting your name down for any of those books. So I try to do my best to help you guys identify hot books when they come. You win some, you lose some, of course, but Power Master Optimus Prime is watching over us all this evening and making sure that we get it right. And it's not about being first. Sometimes it is about being right. Accuracy, my friends. So let's get this going. And like I said, I got an action-packed show. I know you're going to absolutely love it. The Raw Report for today, April 27, 2022, is No Moon for the Dead. And this really sucks, but you know what? Visually, everything about this show resonates with me. As some of my long-term fans would absolutely know, I am a huge fan of many different things. Comic books being one of them, cars being another, and then culture, especially ancient cultures. So this this episode really resonated, and of course they had him, of course, opening like the Mark Spector that we remember from a most recent volume where he wakes up in the insane asylum. So man, they have gone through the deepest depths of Mark Spector story and backstory to really pull and make some of this stuff really, really cool. I'm digging it. So let's see here. Let me get back to my slides. But the visual effects of the characters that are in this episode, and again, I'm going to show you some things, but let's just say this, beyond what we're seeing here in the insane asylum that we were shown last episode, we are then shown, of course, the way that the dead travel on the duo. So, and of course, if your soul is not balanced, you see these sands here, and again, some of these visuals, in my opinion, were as good as they were 2 episodes ago, because that was the last time we really had anything kind of like super trippy visual, right? It was when Khonshu and Stephen Grant, aka Mark Spector, were rotating the sky back in time. So pretty sick things going on. But then this episode does not slow down on the Stephen and Mark Spector separation, because she basically informs them that yes, they are dead and they are in the realm of the dead. And so there's a lot of like Lewis is talking about, a lot of references, but the scales and what we see here is just incredible. So the storytelling gets better, but I will end it on this. I'm going to leave you guys to I'm not spoiling the whole episode to you. I'm basically just going to give you a little bit of sugar, no salt. You know, this is a salt-free, salt-free review. So we have Mark's dad, and we see a very big part of what makes Mark Mark. This backstory in this episode, okay, this is like if you were ever reading a mini-series comic book, or you're reading any kind of comic book whatsoever, and they said that this is the second to last issue, it would always have that title penultimate issue, because it would really like build up the tension, and like everything would like really come to a head, and this is exactly what happens in this episode. So you see a lot of just a lot of catch up as to where Stephen Grant comes from, but we still weren't revealed on his other persona that we all know from the comic books. So shout out to the Maximus mug for this episode. And of course, one last thing, the creator of Moon Knight and all that fake news that was going about them changing his heritage of his character, not true. Not true. Okay? And, the Department of Homeland Security is now going to do their own Department of Truth, which is fantastic, isn't it? It's totally hilarious. And I support, again, everything going on here. And this episode, again, penultimate, I cannot wait until the next episode. Because you know why? Astro Wizard talks about it right there. Be your best self, for sure. But the next episode is also the final episode of this season. And then it basically jumps into, as you guys know, Multiverse of Madness. So the timing couldn't be perfect. I think Marvel definitely is playing their hands very well when it comes to rolling out this Moon Knight season into Multiverse of Madness. So I'm looking forward to it. So again, Maximus mug approved. I'm going to down some coffee while you guys leave me a comment in the chat if you're listening live. And of course, this is the interactive Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. And I love how I can stretch the panels that I do, the segments, out to time the music, because it's time to get down with your runner-up for the book of the week. And your honorable mention, of course, is right here. And I had to give this the honorable mention just because people are aware of her now. These are still, in my opinion, some of the best artwork done in a while. And I think Sozamika's got a huge, huge career ahead of her. And I want to congratulate her on the success. For all my drunken sharks who remember way back when, way back when, you guys know the Spec Matrix appreciates you, and I'm sure Sozamika does too. And please support her work. Okay? So, awesome. But you know what? Not awesome enough to take the top spot. Awesome sauce. You think we see Moon Knight after the season 1? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, book of the week runner-up, we got Power Rangers number 5 of the Universe series. And I don't know if they're going to cut it short or not, but I have heard a rumor they may actually cut this series short at 5. Or that was just some conjecture I read somewhere. Cannot cite the source. Cannot cite the source. So, hey, look, they wouldn't be putting these characters here if they weren't going to have them show up in places elsewhere. And even if Oscar Isaac does not return, they can always animate him. But I have a really, really good feeling about them setting up larger Marvel Universe. And Oscar Isaac, of course, needs redemption for Apocalypse. So the fact that they gave him Moon Knight, I think, is a very, very good thing. But what do you guys think of this negative space variant here by Montez? Montez has been killing it, in my opinion, going way back to secret variant episodes where the red one for issue 1 FOC. I said, look, it's not even the top ratio, but I think this one is going to incentivize them to get the 1 in 100 so that they get 2 of these. And I bet I've seen these sell out before the 100s in a lot of places, which I think is wicked for a book. But you know what? Today, and all right, so I'm at the comic shop basically every Wednesday, as you guys could probably imagine, right? I used to work at the comic shop, so Wednesdays were the day that I would remember, who would come in and get their books. And it's like one of those things that you recognize people's faces and stuff like that, but there were people who don't normally come in first thing on a Wednesday who were there and were all like, can I get a Last Ronin? And you could tell who these people are. These are the people who, went looking for like bags and boards to fit. And it's like, sorry, bro, that's not going to work. Like, you're going to have to buy like, I don't even remember, do Golden Age actually fit these comics, or is it still not tall enough? Can't remember. But anyway, that was going down this morning. Here, a lot of people go looking for the bags and boards and just looking for this book in general. So, oh wow, Marvel got delayed at Reno shops. Man, I got something in my eye too. Irritates me. Sorry to hear that, Dave. That sucks. The 1 in 10 is good just because it's Eastman, and it's the final. It's like the finale to one of his biggest. This was his biggest baby in a long time. Besides what else is going on in IDW, you know what I mean? Like the main run that everybody is expecting to still continue on for a while. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that for you guys out here. I didn't see any Marvel delays. I think everything Marvel that we were looking for was on the shelves. But I had a lot of stores, or I had a store that I went to, and they didn't have, some of their product wasn't on the shelf. It might have arrived late. Not quite sure. But sheer numbers, people looking for this book is why it has the book of the week spot. Let me know what you think, and let's get the show cracking. We're going to start off by going through again all of the publishers. And I had a comment last week, said all you do is show covers. If you guys are watching this program, you know damn well I do more than just show covers. I do have a commentary, again, raw, off the cuff, unscripted, and that is why it is the Raw report. But you're going to get it tonight. So the Batvark Poet in the Family one-shot. I mean, this is definitely a stab at Death in the Family, and it's amazing. See, I laughed out loud for that one. Next up, we've got Aftershock. Shattering those expectations. Kamikaze, good to see you. So we got the Lion and the Eagle. I'm sorry, Bylines in Blood first. Bylines in Blood number 4. Lion and the Eagle number 3. And then Naughty List number 1. So there was the Francavilla one right here, which is pretty neat for a Francavilla A cover. Not bad, right? And then here's the 15 copy Ferguson. I had some people recommend it. I haven't been able to check it out yet, though. Oh, what did I do here? Oh. Interesting. I'll drop some blanks for you right there. World War III Battle over Hokkaido, number 2. And there's wrapping it up for the Antarctic Press. And you know what? I think I know what those are for. I think those are for a publisher I might have missed tonight because they didn't show any pictures because they're all packs for, yeah. We'll see. Archie. This one right here, Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 303. And the Text and Drive message. Aspen Comics redropping. And I didn't understand this because a long time ago, Spec Matrices of Past, Damsels in Excess retailer incentive variants were all discussed on the Spec Matrix. Elizabeth Torque, everybody, Elizabeth Torque. And every one of the covers, I think, is by her, but they didn't show issue number 3, which was weird. But these are all Aspen. And I don't know if they are re-releasing them or they found old stock or what, but it said retailer cover. Crazy, right? Atlantis Studios is dropping Star Runner Dark Star. So this is from the Star Runner Chronicles. I think they've actually released a couple of books prior to this. And if not, at least a one-shot that I recall at one point. And then here is the issue number 2 of 3, and then 3 of 3, which is really weird that they would release all 3 issues at once. But I do recall them FOCing all at once. Artists, Writers, and Artisans, your AWA, and that's your Fourth Man number 4. And then Hotel number 5 of Volume 2. And we're going to talk about AWA later. Hey, Adam, no worries, my man. I am constantly in the lab working on show production. Before I go live, I at least try to stop in and say hi to you as well. I appreciate you coming by, my man, and good luck to you on the next episode. And hopefully I get to check. Hopefully I get to check with you on Friday night. But I don't know, man. I got a lot going on. Behemoth Vermilion number 0, cover A. Vermilion number 0, cover B. Binge Book dropping The Blue Baron, Enter Blowback. Black Box Comics dropping Wilder number 3. Okay, so cover A, also by the same artist as the cover B incentive. Totally different covers. Interesting. Broadsword, of course, dropping Tarot Witch of the Black Rose, number 133. And from my understanding, covers A and B are filled 50-50. But yet nobody shows the cover B art. This, however, is supposed to be the incentive. Still safe for work, I think. Start. Coffin Comics dropping La Muerta Onslaught one shot. Okay. I've seen this delayed some places, but previews had it up. Did it ship? Check with your LCS. Because as we've discussed in the live chat this evening, shipping may vary depending on location. But here's your cover B, right? John Boy Myers. Like, I don't know if he knew it or if Keanu knew it, but the Berserker movie needs to have a team up with her right there. If they don't team up, I don't know. Because that looks like, Berserker's polar opposite to his divine masculine. That would be the divine feminine. And then, of course, here's your Onslaught one-shot cover B. But that's the naughty cover, and apparently it's been censored in a lot of places. Lady Death, Malevolent Decimation, number 2 of 2. And this is your Raw edition. And here's your Unholy Ruin, number 1, Premiere edition. Comics Experience, dropping these finally. I can't even remember. I had to go digging through the FOC files to find these things. But past the Last Mountain, number 1 of 4, cover A and cover B. And I think these things like FOC like 1 week, apart. Like first it was issue 1, then issue 2, then issue 3 and 4. But lots of variants. That's the cover C. Here's the cover D by Edwards. And this actually is a theme throughout the variants as far as I can remember. I think every single one of the variant covers that I've shown you has a theme that runs throughout the 4 issues. So you can pick and choose or do your thing or whatever. But if you like the artist, you can stay on board. But that's Comics Experience. It's also another indies. And indies in the last 10 years, of course, as you guys know, have really fought their way to just try to get recognition over top of the major publishers as we do. But then sometimes stuff like this comes along. Biden's Titans versus Q. So basically, Blue Anon versus QAnon. Yeah, see, Double O. That's like forever ago. That's like a quarter ago. Here's the cover B versus Godzilla, and I don't know what's going on here. It's supposed to homage something, and of course, this is just, oh man. And then there's this one, and then here's the incentive, the 5-copy incentive. The Avrilverse is infinite. All the different Avril Lavignes. I mean, some of this stuff's kind of funny, but no. Mad Cave. The Last Session, number 5. The Last Session, number 5, cover B. Oni Press, giving you Rick and Morty Infinite Hour, number 2, cover A. And then your cover B. I mean, it's badasses walking away from an explosion. Who wouldn't want this? And for you Rick and Morty fans, light up the chat if you're watching live. Let me know what you really think of these Oni Press books. Are they really fulfilling what the lack of show content in between seasons is kind of leaving? Season of the Brewer, number 2. Red 5 Comics. Lead City, number 2. And then, of course, we got Scout. And they get We Don't Kill Spiders, number 4. Fire. Titan dropping Cowboy Bebop. And you know what's really funny? I have a feeling Cowboy Bebop is going to run longer in the comic books than it would on Netflix. Here's your photo variant. Perfect photo variant to get signed, of course. And then cover C, your blank sketch on a yellow background. And then your FOC variant. That's fire. It's good looking art. All of them are, though. Harbinger, number 7, cover A by Rodriguez. Cover B. And then here is your cover C. Now, this is still Pete Stanchek, the original Harbinger kid. So, Harbinger number 1, as far as I know, you know, I hear people talking about, oh, everybody's buying up Valiant keys. Everybody's just buying up first appearances of everything. And it's now the generation of kids who's now old enough, they have the disposable income, even with the crappy economy, that they want entertainment and they can't go out and do it. So what are they going to do? They're going to sit at home and they're going to buy comic books. And it's like, at least it's a tangible item, and it's not just, they're not trying to create a core memory going downtown and getting hammered. I'd rather create core memories, you know, making content and stuff like that, but that's just me. But anyway, this is your pre-order bundled edition. And Pete is probably the most powerful guy in the universe. I can't remember if he's killed Toyo Harada in that late in the timeline. So, like, I mean, there's a lot of Valiant keys out there. And if you got OG Valiant key books, I'm pretty sure I do in a couple of the boxes around me somewhere. They're worth having. You know, first Shadow Man, first Exo Man War. A lot of cool villains. Solar Man 3 for Harada. You know, Solar Man of the Atom number 10, first Eternal Warrior. There's a ton of books out there, you know, and of course the Bloodshot appearances and things like that. You think Vin Diesel's going to come back as Bloodshot again? Maybe for Harbinger Wars? Shadow Service number 11, cover A. Shadow Service number 11, cover B. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Zenoscope dropping the Grim Fairy Tales number 59, cover A. There's your B. The cover C. The cover D. And then the Grim Universe presents quarterly Dracula's Daughter. And Chrome, you might recognize that name from the Dynamite FOC and Wednesday Night Comic Presser episodes, because that's definitely a name that came up over there. And then the Vittori here is your cover B, and then the cover C by Burns. Oz Annual Dominion of Ozmo one-shot number 2, cover A. So for you Wizard of Oz fans, here you go. Here is the one-shot number 2, cover B by D. Pascal, and then the cover C by Tao. We're wrapping it up for the Zenoscope. And then we have Boom. Boom Studios is giving us all new Firefly. Did you guys know that? I thought it was a lot of new characters, and this one is like really like kind of like, I understand how much this one hurts. This one hurts just like my back hurts after that car accident, like someone's twisting a knife, you know. And there's a really bad joke. It said, how do the Reavers clean their weapons? They run them through the wash. And someone in my live chat told me that one a long time ago, and I still said, man, that's too soon. All new Firefly does have a 10-copy incentive, though. 25-copy incentive, of course. And then check out the 50-copy. I mean, that's almost like lifelike show accurate, right? And then here is your unlockable 25-copy incentive variant as well. Berserker number 8. Here's your cover B, and of course they did a foil of each for C and D. 25-copy version of the cover A. A new art for the 50-copy incentive, which I have a feeling these 50 copies probably going to be a little bit desired just because the artwork's so different. Here's your 100-copy incentive by Campbell, and then here's your 150-copy incentive. Killer Affairs of the State. 10-copy incentive. 25-copy incentive. Yeah, I don't think anybody in their right mind would be wearing a hoodie like that if they lived in an area where Power Rangers Universe number 5 of 6. And look at that cover A by Mortar, right? Check out the 10 copy. Basically a virginized of that. 25 copy looks dope. I mean, this is a really cool cover. I don't recognize this Zord or this Ranger. This is way past my time. But the 50 copy Montez with the classic Black Ranger. 100 copy incentive is whoa. Like Black Rob, like whoa. R.I.P. Black Rob. Here's your cover F, which is your FOC reveal variant cover, and of course here is an unlockable virgin variant of that, which is your cover G. Typically a 1 per store. And as Mighty Mel V would say, something is killing the kids. Here's issue 22. I don't know what the hell happened to cover A. It should have been there, but it's not. Oh, I know what happened to it. Something is killing the children, number 22, cover A, B, C, and the die-cut bloody variant. So thank you, Truth and Faith, and that's exactly what I stated at the beginning earlier. I heard so much. I heard so much positive vibe from people who'd waited. I mean, let's be honest. How long did it take them to put out 5 issues of that series? Long. I'm pretty sure it was a really, really long time. So because it took so long, I know that book single-handedly was like really, really good for IDW and all, but it just took so long that I know there was so much anticipation for that book coming. And I know that they might have delayed it and changed things in order to make it perfect. And I think it is a perfect book. But Something is Killing the Kids, of course, has a die-cut and bloody variant, but it also has a 25 copy incentive. This 50 copy incentive is your Frisian without the mask. And then here is the cover F unlockable bloody variant. I'm sensing a theme, aka pattern. Dark Horse, of course, dropping the British Paranormal Society Time Out of Mind. This is number 1. We have Demons number 2 with a cover A by Capullo. Cover B by Menopole. Cover C, Foil Capullo. Cover D, Dynamite. Alright, so if you need to go get yourself a refill of coffee or a drink or something and don't like Dynamite books, you got some time. They got a couple of titles coming out. And as you know, Dynamite likes to drop the variants that go along with these, so I got a list for you. Your Dynamite distribution also may vary on stores, and there also may be delays on some of these covers where they were all supposed to come out today if they were all in FOC. But Previews does delay some of these, but you might be able to get them direct from Dynamite. Barbarella number 9, cover B by Derek Chu. Here's the cover C. Cover D by Selena. And that's the Youngblood number 1. Depending on which cover you had, it's not the advertised cover; it's the flip cover. You know, because it was always about the redheaded dude, Shaft and Bad Rock. I'm sorry, and all those guys. And on the flip side of a Sentinel, it looks like the Sentinel pose. Here's your cover E cosplay. This is your cover F 10 copy incentive, which is a black and white. The chrome remains fire-looking art, and I don't know if it's somebody who colors the art or somebody who does all of their own. Well, it'd be interesting to find that out. Thank you. Barbarella number 9, 20 copy Cohen black and white, and then of course the 25 copy Chew black and white. Chew limited virgin, Cohen limited virgin, and the limited versions appear to be delayed by previews until next week in certain places, so you might be able to get your name down for those. Barbarella cover L, FOC, Muzabakov, and then the Chew gets the ultraviolet treatment which is weird, right? I just don't like the way that one looks. It's not as ultraviolet as it is just pink and green such. Cover N is your 7-copy FOC incentive cosplay, and then this is your 7-copy Selena Virgin. And then here's your 10-copy incentive Chew Ultraviolet Virgin. Barbarella number 9, cover Q. 11-copy FOC incentive Chrome Virgin. 11-copy FOC incentive Muzzlebacaw Virgin. Cover A by Turner for Draculina. Cover B by Rose Besh. B for Behind. Right. Cover C, Gilliam Mark. And then your cover D. The cover E is your cosplay. Cover F is your 10-copy incentive. 20-copy black and white. 25-copy black and white. Limited Virgin by Turner. Not Michael Turner, though. Draculina number 3, Besh Limited Virgin. The cover K, FOC Liefeld Homage by Marat Michaels. And then the cover L is your FOC Gunda's Original, the Maria Original, and then the Ractalin FOC Original. But then they said, oh, you want some Virgin covers? How about 7-copy Maria? Then we'll give you a 7-copy Turner Black and White. How about a 7-copy Gunda's Black and White as well? And then 11-copy FOC incentive Liefeld Homage. And then an 11-copy FOC incentive by Ractalin. 15-copy incentive Gunda's Virgin. 15-copy FOC incentive Gilliam Mark Virgin. Red Sonja number 8. This is, of course, cover A by Mirka Andolfo, who also writes. Lee, cover B. Linsner, cover C. Sozo Micah. Cosplay. 15-copy Andolfo Black and White, and then the 20-copy incentive Sozo Micah Virgin. 25-copy incentive Linsner Black and White. Andolfo Limited Virgin. Lee Limited Virgin. And then the Linsner Limited Virgin. There's also this Liefeld Homage, the Castro Original, Cosplay FOC Incentive Virgin, Liefeld Virgin, Sozo Micah Black and White, Sozo Micah Black and White Virgin, 10-copy FOC Incentive, 11-copy FOC Incentive, Unholy cover M, Liefeld Homage. I don't know why that was placed in front. Weird. Something happened with my copy and paste. I'm going to fire my editor. Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 5, cover A by Perillo. This is your Unholy, cover B by Besh. Cover C. Cover D, Adam Hughes. And this one was a sneaky Adam Hughes book, right? Vampirella Dracula Unholy, cover E. 10-copy Perillo. 15-copy Cosplay. 20-copy Besh Black and White. 25-copy Incentive Mayor Black and White. Perillo Limited Virgin. Hughes Limited Virgin. So again, this one might be delayed. Get your name down for it. Shows that previews might not have it hitting until next week. And that's, of course, if there isn't any printer delays. Unholy Mare Limited Virgin. And then there's your Liefeld Limited Homage. 7-copy FOC Incentive Cosplay. The 11-copy Liefeld High Homage. 11-copy FOC Incentive Momoko. 15-copy FOC Incentive Momoko. 15-copy FOC Incentive Besh Virgin. So that one's going to be tough. IDW Entertainment dropping G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Cobra. La 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 la. Godzilla Rivals versus King Ghidorah. This is your one shot. You know, I gotta say, the King card thing really sells as a cover, and it probably should have been the incentive. Not knocking the artwork on the 10 copy here. This is just cool. And if it was a retail incentive, absolutely. $8 cover price, by the way. $7.99. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 2. And looks like the Rangers got the business from Godzilla. And then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cover B. Here is your 10 copy incentive by Williams II. Sonic the Hedgehog number 49. Adam Bryce. Sonic the Hedgehog number 49 cover B. GG Dutry. Sonic the Hedgehog number 49 cover C. 10 copy for Drain. Oh, you don't see coffee? I've drank almost the whole 3 cups since I've been live. I drank 3 because each one of these cups is 3 cups for regular people. Oh, man. So here we are, the last Ronin. And again, for TMNT fans and real big fans of the property, I really want to know, what do you think? Without spoiling it for people, you know, what do you think of the ending? Leave me a comment. And by the time other people read the comments here, the book will be 3 years old. Because I have an echo chamber of fans. TMNT with a 10 copy incentive by Eastman. Transformers number 42 with a cover A. Cover B. And then here's your 10 copy incentive. I don't know if they're going to be able to hit 50 before they have to fold. I really don't. Transformers War's End number 3 of 4, which your cover A, your cover B, and then the 10 copy incentive by La Fuente. Usagi Yojimbo, Lone Goat and Kid number 4. Gonna finish for IDW. Bronze Image, so you know some goods are coming here. Bloodstained Teeth number 1. Cover A is by Christian Ward, everybody. And look, he's on it too. So it looks like he's got some writing shared duties. Here's your cover B by Reynolds. So Christian Ward and Patrick Reynolds. Ward does the A cover. Reynolds does the B. Cover C. Shall be. Cover D is a blank. 25 copy incentive by Reynolds. 50 copy incentive by McKelvey. And then this is your 100 copy incentive by Christian Ward. So even with a 100 copy incentive here, other books, you know, with less ratio, still beat it out. But I do know that, oh yeah, also Wana Comics has the Souza Micah. Probably, you know, up there. But good to see Christian Ward get his own property out. Ghost Cage number 2 of 3. And then here's Gunslinger Spawn number 7, cover A. Henriquez. One of the Drunken Chat blank sketch books that Mel has said it's okay for you guys to submit your submissions on once he announces the contest, so you should pick these up. Gunslinger Spawn number 7 is cover B again. Cover C was Keen. At first glance, I thought, did it say McFarlane? No, just Keen. Hellcop number 6 with a cover A. Cover B. Let's get weird. Demonpolitan, cover C. Hellcop number 6, cover C, of course, with a Demonpolitan variant cover. And then, of course, they did the incentive, or actually open order, which is lots and lots of bugs. So, you know, it's a little bit less, less gross. This is more gross, so it depends on what you want. This is straight fire. And this book has not let up on the visual stimulation. It's been just incredible every issue. New Bird number 6. Rogue Sun, cover A. Rogue Sun number 325, copy incentive. Saga number 58. Scumbag number 13. But wait, Jaws, baby. Scumbag cover B. Step by Bloody Step number 3. Step by Bloody Step number 3, cover B. And then we have Zombies vs. Robots Classic number 2. Cover B. And then cover C is a 25 copy incentive. DC Comics drop in Action Comics 1042. So you've got your, you got your Dungeon Superman. But you got your Totino Tedesco. I'm sorry, Julian Totino Tedesco cardstock variant. Tedesco stuff is always great. Aquaman Green Arrow Deep Target number 7 of 7. And according to Doc Joe, this was the best cover out this week. Shout out to Doc Joe. Raza on the cardstock variant, so shout out to Mel as well. And Mel, I mean, if Raza's doing 16 covers a week, can't expect me to do a spec matrix. We'll be there for like 12 hours. Aquaman number 3. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. Dark Knights of... Oh, wait. That's Batman Beyond the White Knight. Number 2. Cover A. There's your cover B by Sean Murphy. This is Dark Knights of Steel number 6. Cover A. And then here's your Middleton cardstock variant cover B. This is your 25 copy incentive. Deathstroke Inc. number 8. So here's your cover A by John Boy Myers, and this is, of course, a tie into the Shadow War. Revelations happen in this book. I like this, and you know what? This is what they actually delivered on. So this was what they solicited, and this is what they delivered. You know, wouldn't it suck if he was wearing like a ridiculously cool pair of sneakers, and they just like edited that out, right? Stay tuned. Deathstroke Incorporated, 1 in 25. And this is a pretty cool book, and this is, of course, a connecting variant with Robin and the other Shadow War times. Yeah, I drank all the coffee. It's down, basically. Detective 1059. The Lee Bermejo cardstock variant cover. I mean, this is sick. This is sick. Good job on this one. So there's a lot of these books that, you know, may not have anything going on for them, but at least some of them got a really good cover. I mean, in the age of spec, you know, FOMO and memory holding and short-term significance. And then, of course, here we have the 25 copy incentive for Tech 1059. Harley, number 14. Cover A by Riley Rossmo. Harley, number 14. Cover B by Derek Chew. Harley, number 14. Cover C, 125 by Bengal. And then we've got Joker, number 14. Cover A by Gullian Mark. Joker, number 14. Cover B by Alan Qua. Joker, number 14. Cover C, the Ortega cardstock variant. This is one of the better punchline variants too. And then, of course, the James Stokey. James, I'm sorry messing up your last name, but your 25 copy incentive right there. I also like your Wolverine variant that I That's right, Louis. Rabamalol thanks you for coming. You want to see me choke a Beyonder? Justice League number 75, cover A. Justice League number 75, cover B. The cardstock variant, you know, obviously, this is a really big book for people. Stick around. We're going to talk about this one. Justice League number 75 covers C. the Malieve. But then guess what? They gave you this Dan Jurgens. And then this cover E team variant by Todd Nauk. So look at the team, everybody. You guys remember when Justice League became the Suicide Squad? Here's your 25 copy incentive by Simone DeMeo. And then this is your 50 copy Tony Harris card stock variant. Robin number 13, cover A by Roger Cruz. The cover B by Crystal Kung. And then, like I said, ties into some of the connecting variants. Here is your Roger Cruz and Victor Alazaba connecting card stock variant cover. Rogues number 204. And then this is your cover B. Swamp Thing number 12 of 16 with a cover A. Here's your cover B. Name sharp. Teen Titans Academy number 14, cover A. Teen Titans Academy number 14 with a cover B. And then Trial of the Amazons number 2. So, if you guys read this one, you know some things actually go down here. Trial of the Amazons number 2 could arguably be the first appearance of Yara Flor as Wonder Girl in continuity. And I know I'm just going to complicate things, but this is what DC has done. DC gave Wonder Girl a book before she was Wonder Girl. You heard me. DC gave Wonder Girl a book before she was Wonder Girl. They were going to make her Wonder Girl like issue 12, but instead they decided to do this Trial of the Amazons thing, and they canceled her book. So we'll see what happens now that she's back. Is she going to be the immortal Wonder Girl? And also, is she going to get a promotion to Wonder Woman all of a sudden? You're going to wonder why. Just hang out. We're almost done going through the new books. Alien number 11. And, of course, here is the Mike Mayhew variant. Here is the tan variant cover. Oh, boy. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Volume 6. Art Germ variant cover. Bagley variant. Bengal connecting variant. The Rose Besh variant. Then we got the Davis variant. We got the Gleason Webhead. The Inhyuk Lee variant. The Jones variant cover. Peach Momoko. Humberto Ramos. Scotty Young, and then the Travis Charest 25 copy incentive. This is the Cheong 1 in 50 incentive. This one's pretty cool. Bagley and Ramita Sr. Hidden Gems variant. So I still don't understand who inked who. Was it Ramita Sr.? Is Ramita Sr. inking Bagley, or is Bagley inking Ramita Sr., or did they each draw a little bit of something? I'm not sure. Amazing Spider-Man 1 in 200 Art Germberg. And then, of course, the Rose Besh 1 in 500 Carnage number 2. And unlike the cover here, he has no host. Still, as far as we know. Carnage number 2 with the Stormbreakers variant cover, which is wicked. But then Del Auto said, hold up. You guys want me to do a regular direct Marvel variant? Carnage with the Spider-Man variant cover. Hulk Grand Design Madness. number 1. There's your cover B by Darrow. And then this is your McGinnis 25 copy incentive. Knights of X number 1. Knights of X number 1 with the Hetrick variant. Knights of X with the promo variant. Young variant. Muller design. Honestly, the teaser variant right here, I think best of the bunch. Lopez, no offense. Not my idea of a good variant cover, although Marvel be doing these things. And Ninth Wonder actually mentioned this. Ms. Marvel, Beyond the Limit, number 5. And then, of course, the Rich variant cover. Rich who? Sabine Rich. Cover's fire. Saw a lot of them today with color rub, though. Punisher number 2. The Aspinall variant. And then this is the incentive, 25 copy. Sabretooth number 3. The Shalvey variant cover. Silk number 4 by Inyuk Lee. The Bengal variant cover. And then the Ji Young Lee variant cover here for issue number 4. Open order. Silver Surfer Rebirth number 4 of 5. And of course we see Tyrant. Is he like also the guy behind the return of Jack of Hearts in the She-Hulk series? Here's the Silver Surfer Rebirth Spider-Man variant. And then there is your Fairy variant cover. Crimson Reign of the Star Wars variety, issue number 4. Here's your connecting variant. This is the Crane Enemies of the Dawn variant. This is the Gian Giordano, I'm sorry. Warriors Dawn variant cover. And of course, this is the Fam Syndicate variant. Raza Knights of the Dawn variant cover. And then the Renaud Trader of the Dawn. This is your 25 copy incentive, your Sobek card variant. Thor 23 giving you a second printing of the Klein variant. The Realm Shattering Finale of God of Hammers. Did you read it? Or how about Thor 24? Big book, lots of stories inside of it. Lots of covers to go along with it as well. But this is your Dave Johnson variant, I thought was the coolest. But the Malieve, also pretty awesome looking. There's your Spider-Man variant cover, but this is your Dan Jurgens. I believe that's your 50 copy incentive. And or this is, or that one's a 25 copy, and this one's a 50 copy, or something like that. And then Venom number 6, second printing with the Hitch variant cover. And that's going to do it for all of the new releases. Now it's time for your Raw Report update. So I'm going to spoil you, and maybe spoil you. I'm really sorry if I do that. But I'm trying to do this in the likes of making sure you guys know what to expect. Getting that silk. I know a lot of people that getting that silk. I know a lot of people that got that silk. I might have that silk too. Just saying. I might. So sorry I had to readjust the chair. You know, back starting to give me a little bit of troubles here because I am a decrepit old man now. Post-car accident, I am a decrepit old man. Come see this decrepit old man at MegaCon now. And from my understanding, Whatnot's going to have a booth. Mel and Ninth Wonder are going to be there selling live from the show. You guys ready? It's going to be good. But anyway, check and clear your schedules otherwise, not just for MegaCon and possibly coming and seeing the crew, but Walt Disney revealed their 2022 and 2023 schedule. So as you can see, their movie schedule differs from the stuff that's on Disney Plus. We already know that all the shows that they have in development, and they're going to be naming some of those as well. But we all know right where we're at right now. We're going to get to see Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness in 10 days. So I'm excited. Well, it actually opens a little bit before that if you get sneak preview tickets or whatever. Then Thor Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Quantumania. So that's as far as the Marvel realm goes. There's still a lot of other cool movies in here. Re-release of Avatar, and then the Avatar sequel, The Way of the Water. They're going to do that back to back, which is a pretty cool experience. So this way you get to experience whatever, like, 'cause you know James Cameron's going to do like Spielberg, I bet, and Lucas. They're going to do as much of the fixing of the movie as he can as new technology becomes available. But The Way of Water is going to be a pretty good movie. I'm really actually looking forward to it. The live action Little Mermaid, my wife is probably going to go ham about. Indiana Jones is going to be something that I hope my son is excited about. But Bob's Burgers and Lightyear, I don't know about that. But Strange World, and I'm sorry, I did skip I missed the Marvels. I'm sorry, should not have skipped the Marvels. Very, very important movie, right? It is, actually. Looking forward to all of these things coming, regardless. But sneakerheads, if you caught my remark earlier where I said stay tuned, DC is about to accept returns like an eBay policy saying, if you don't accept returns, guess what? You still accept returns. They are on for this bait and switch. On the left is what you ordered. On the right is the variant you will receive. Unfortunately, if you bought that book for any kind of relation to the sneaker art, you got asked out. Shout out to Larry of Larry's Comics for the scoop on this information. And him, basically saying, gosh, DC, people had to order 250 copies minimum of this book just to get it. You can't be changing art like that. Cannot do that to people. So the return of the Battison, comma Robert. Like, if you didn't think this was gonna happen, come on now. We already knew. Most of us who went and saw it said, look, DC and Warner Brothers right now is gonna make money on a Batman movie no matter how horrible it is. At least we are getting more and more comic book accurate to a lot of the stories, the storylines that you guys like. Like, what if they break you off next with Hush and then Court of Owls? There's a lot of different ways they can really go with this one, of course, and this is another alternate universe. But is Battison going to show up? Is there going to be a Crisis on Infinite Earths? Because you know what? I'm actually getting really kind of tired of the multiverse stuff. There's a lot of it out there, but comicbook.com, of course, reporting the Batman 2 officially announced, and it was officially announced today, which is neat. Now, the upshot uppercut coming at you because we've talked about this. AWA Upshot was putting out some of the best written stories and some of the best illustrated stuff too. Not all robots. I mean, some of this stuff is fire storytelling. And that's really what was getting Image all of the press back in the day. If you have an independent publisher who puts out a book so good that it goes from being underground to getting mainstream notoriety, that is what makes good storytelling, and the speculators who recognize that stuff really appreciate, the appreciation of the book, because the book then appreciates in value, which I know is what a lot of people are after. But good storytelling, for people who just want to read good stories, I know a lot of the live chat could probably agree with me if they are reading any of these books. AWA definitely has something for you. Whether it be from Chariot, which was a wild ride in itself. That one's also getting developed already. We already know that one's getting developed. So I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Is if somebody has started looking at all the rest of the properties and been like, whoa, you guys write some really cool stories. So for everybody in the live chat and everybody watching this one who actually makes their own comic book content, either in comic book or whatever, you know, stick with it. Because you never know what'll happen. You might see your brainchild get published, which I really, really do hope happens to some of you. Now the Death Dealer cometh, and we can all thank Sarah Frazetta for carrying on her dad's legacy. This is just cool stuff. So the Frazetta fans in there continue support. You can also follow Sarah Frazetta on IG, but she says Death Dealer number 1, 16 retailer variants. And they said that they sold, or pre-orders were over 50,000 copies. I think that's fantastic because, of course, the B cover is the Frazetta. Like, you wanted a Frazetta Death Dealer comic? There you go. Of course, Ultra Maximus will be back with more news. And what does that mean? Twitter tag me if you see something. Or IG and Facebook, you can tag me as well. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of those news stories if you are watching on the rewind. All right. You guys know what time it is. To get inside the head of Ultra Maximus, and this is, of course, what we call the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix. I'm just glad whatever audio issue I had earlier, the music is now playing. That is what is most important. Now, the recommended reads of the week. Okay. This is a recommended read just because I thoroughly enjoy Justice League dying. There, I said it. I haven't enjoyed a DC book in a while. I'm not really a big fan of a lot of DC titles. I was when I was younger. Oh, I was super duper into Green Lantern. Just grew out of it and just didn't really, I don't know, didn't really like the characters as much as I like the X-Men stuff and the Mutant Factor and things like that. But this book basically, they just murked everybody. And they said, you know what? You're dead. You know, all of you. The Trinity, they were first to go. Everybody else, actually, no, they weren't the first to go. Somebody who wasn't even supposed to be there was the first to go. Somebody who's already died and became a different character as far as I remember. Like, didn't Oliver? Oh, that's what happened, I think. Did that happen on CW? Did Oliver become the Spectre? Well, anyway, for all my DC fans out there who read this one today, you know that the Spectre just murked. Also, Bleeding Cool actually spoiled the crap out of this one. So yeah, the Spectre shows up and he just like murks everybody. He helps one of these other dudes basically murk people. So it's a messed up story, but Justice League is dead, and we're gonna find out how the rest of the DC universe is gonna cope with that next. This one right here, of course, this wraps up the trial of the Amazons until next week's coronation special for Nubia, which is the reason why that Nubia news that I showed you is going to be a little bit pissed. People are going to be pissed about that, I think. But the trial of the Amazons number 2, of course, they show what is called the Tiara Murray, which is the armory for tiaras, and that's where Diana actually breaks her crown, her tiara that she was wearing, and then gives her another one and crowns her Wonder Girl. And she throws a fit. She's like, what do you mean Wonder Girl? There's already 2 other Wonder Girls. You know I'm in my 20s, right? Swamp Thing, number 13. Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 12. What the hell? Carnage, number 2. So this is a recommended read from one of my friends. Of course, he said the entire Swamp Thing series has been great. I'll have to catch it. But this one I did flip through today. Carnage still does not actually have a host. He has somebody who wants to be his host. And then somebody else who he apparently gave a little bit of himself to. He also, you know, is pinching off old rogues from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. Wild. This, Thor 24. Okay. Best way to describe this is that you had a whole bunch of different stories with different artists and different writers. But they were all based out of another story going on in the book at the same time. The funny thing is of course you know how the book actually ends. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's Donny Cates. Don't get your hopes up, but there's some cool stuff that happens. Now, not Donny Cates is of course James Tynion IV, and this is his Something Is Killing the Children number 22. Consistently selling out, and this is what I did with the cover A. I accidentally, instead of copied it, I cut it from the list earlier. So my apologies for not showing you guys what the A cover looked like until here. This is your cover A. Should read. Of course, Last Ronin. We talked about it. Book of the week for a lot of reasons. Even with an $8.99 cover price. But you know what? One of the funny things I did hear today was how people were still talking about, wow, Last Ronin first prints still do get a lot of money. And apparently it's true. Last Ronin number 1, first printing. Very desired book. I have a feeling first printing is going to be one of those, no matter how many later prints you get, you can't touch the first. And speaking of first prints also, and I didn't report on this, because this is just something I shared with some friends in a private chat. Heritage has a TMNT number 1 first print going up for auction. The last one apparently closed over 250,000. I'm pretty sure I reported on that at one point, but you know, in our discussion, I was like, didn't the last one sell for like 30 or something? I completely forgot that it sold stupid high. So yeah, sold for a house. But you know what? Monstrous, number 39, again, continues to deliver on art and story. If you're not reading this book, I don't know what to tell you. You must, like, if you like Final Fantasy and like that kind of like genre, you would love this book. And of course, Bloodstained Teeth, written by Christian Ward and Patrick Reynolds. Okay. The Raw Report Versus. Of course, this is where I put a variant battle together for you guys and ask you to compare. What do you think is going on here? Is the Souza Micah incentive variant able to beat the Jenny Frisian unlockable 1 per store? You know, Double O, at the time that the 5th print actually made it out, it came out like a year later, if not later than that, because I think I remember like the later prints coming out and it still hadn't had like issue 3 put out. It's like they're still putting out first prints. They put out like a director's cut, but for me personally, I got to give it to Souza Micah on this one. I think she actually absolutely just artistically murked this competition today. But you know what? I got a couple of books that we're going to take a look at for next week. So, I hear Twig is going to be pretty big. Did you guys hear that too? You guys remember when that Twig preview did all sorts of stupid money? Well, we'll see how it does, because here's the Twig number 1 black and white Scotty Young incentive variant cover. And then this is the Nubia Coronation Special by Sway. I wonder which of these two would you pick? People in the live chat, let me know. And of course, if you're watching on the rewind, don't feel shy. Leave me a comment below. Moving along, as we continue the journey through what we call the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix, where you get inside the head of the Ultra Maximus and I tell you a little bit about what I think about the books that came out this week and what I can consider the heat. The heat? What's hot? Well, I'm sorry. This is just a funny cover. And if you are into Death in the Family, it's probably a good one. Naughty List. It's a #1 from Aftershock. Of course, it does have an incentive variant. If it does take off or pay off, it's always good to have #1. First appearances of people and such. Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics #303. Of course, I just like to cover. And again, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with the re-release of these. They didn't show issue #3. But if you guys like Elizabeth Torque, it's probably a good time to pick up some of these damsels in excess. Star Runner Dark Stars. Of course, all 3 issues I chose just because if you're going to read a book, why not read them all? Finite. Fourth Man, #4. Hotel #5. And then this from Behemoth, Vermilion. There was the cover B, and this is issue 0. So I'm hoping there's a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Wilder #3 with the incentive. Terra, Witch of the Black Rose, both covers. And like I said, Berserker's Girlfriend. And then all of the covers, just because they're all wicked. And these two, Past the Last Mountain, it's an obscure indie publisher. Say no more. Especially if it's good, right? If the story's good. If anybody actually has read this one today, let me know. I bet you're covered D by Edwards and covered E by Isaacs. And then your Avril Lavigne Real News variant. We Don't Kill Spiders #4. The Cowboy Bebop in the cover A, the cover B, and the FOC. I think those are the ones. Sorry. Cover C, pre-order bundled edition. Grimm Fairy Tales #59, cover C. Santa Cruz. And then Grimm Universe presents quarterly Dracula's Daughter, of course, like I said, the Chrome variant, and then of course the Burns variant cover. The De Pascal for Oz. The Annual Dominion of Osmo. One Shot, #2. Gotta love some of these crazy names, right? 10 copy all new Firefly. The 50 copy also was pretty neat. And the 25 copy incentive unlockable. Berserker, I mean, if you're going to get them and you want the A cover and B cover art, just go for the C cover and the D cover foil. 25 copy incentive. 50 copy. 100. 150. Sometimes you guys get lucky and find them in the middle of nothing, right? In the middle of just the stack of books. Like, oh, we don't overprice our incentives. Like, you still make stores like you? I know a lot of the indie people still recommending this is a good read, but it's only 3 issues in. I usually like 5 or more to help the read time. Power Rangers Universe, #5 of 6. Here's your 25 copy incentive, of course. And the 50 and the 100. Again, all of these are fire for Power Rangers collectors. And if the Power Rangers universe really is as expanded as a lot of these books are showing, if this property has a future, this is going to be like the future classics. Something is killing the kids. Whole bunch of them variants, right? Whole bunch of them variants, right? Yes. Whole bunch of them variants. I just like this Dark Horse book, the British Paranormal Society, Time Out of Mind. Of course, there was some other Capullo stuff from Demons you can find. Draculina, the Roctalin, and then the FOC Roctalin. Sozo Micah. And congratulations again to her and all her success. I'm glad to see her blowing up, like I said. Getting covers and such out there. Vampirella Dracula Unholy #5. The Besh, the Hughes, the Limited Version by Hughes, and the 15 copy FOC incentive Virgin. G.I. Joe Real American Hero Cobra one shot. No variants. Godzilla versus Ghidorah. And then, of course, Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Godzilla just wiping the floor with everybody. Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, had this 10 copy incentive. Last Ronin had a cover A and cover B by Eastman. 10 copy incentive. Transformers number 42, the B cover. And then here is the Sandstorm for War's End number 3. Transformers War's End number 3, cover C, 10 copy incentive. Comic Book Barbarian. Good to see you. Please give my regards to Conan the Librarian, your cousin. And anybody who has never seen VHF, the movie, or UHF, UHF, you need to go watch it. Conan the Librarian splits a dude in half for returning books late. It's pretty wicked. With a sword, by the way. Pause. Transformers War's End number 3, 10 copy, like I said, by the Lawful One Day, not bad. Bloodstained Teeth number 1, 25 copy, 50 copy, and 100 copy by Ward. High ratio incentives, and again, if you guys are lucky enough to find them out there, you're lucky enough to find them. Gunslinger Spawn number 7, cover B, blank sketch variant. The Keen. Of course, the Haberlin, Drew and Haberlin. I guess Haberlin does all the the text. And cover D is just by Drew. He's like, yo, Haberlin, get off my art credits, bro. Monstrous number 39. The Rogue Sun number 3. And of course, there is a 25 copy incentive. I think they actually threw this one on the shelf on accident. Saga number 58, though. Continuing on. I know a lot of you Saga fans are real happy about that. Scumbag number 13, cover B. And then, of course, Zombie versus Robots Classic. Number 2. And 25 copy incentive for number 2. Doc Joe's cover of the week. Aquaman Green Arrow. Deep Target number 7 of 7 with the Rods of Cardstock, cover B. Dark Knights of Steel. Nope, just kidding. Batman Beyond the White Knight. Number 2. Cover A and cover B. I don't know if it's FOMO, but I think it's FOMO. I think all of the sales behind that was, of course, because Sean Murphy was like, listen up, they didn't print enough. And then all of a sudden, oh, we went back to the printer. We're good. We got enough copies to go around. Nobody paid attention to the follow-up. They just heard that there's not enough. Dark Knights of Steel. Number 6. That's the Middleton cardstock variant cover, which is pretty cool, right? But what do you think about this John Boy Myers Shadow variant? Because that really is his shadow. Respawn is his shadow in this variant cover. Almost. Like, you can see, like, he's almost mimicking him, but not quite. The homage to the A cover of Deathstroke number 1. I'm sorry, the original Deathstroke volume. 1990s volume. Deathstroke Incorporated 25 copy incentive. And for Deathstroke incentives, like, does he really? I know he's got a couple of good ones, right? It was always good to always see a Tyler Kirkham A cover with him and Red Hood, too. That book still does really well. The interior is pretty good on that book, too. That's why. Detective Comics cover B for 1059. Look, are Riddler variants the future? Because they seem to be getting more and more popular. Just what I'm noticing. Detective 1059 with your 25 copy incentive, of course. Harley Quinn 14, cover A, and the cover C, I think, stand out. The Joker 14 Ortega variant, like I said earlier. And then look, I just said if you're really big and happy about Justice League dying, you're going to want all the covers. So let's just call them all heat. It is what it is. Robin number 13 with the 25 copy incentive, of course, that is tying into the Shadow War. And of course, here we go to Swamp Thing. Trial of the Amazons, cover B by Besh. Alien by Tan. Look, the Art Germ variants are always great. Gleason, not too shabby. This one also, Mary Jane in the spider suit. And then, of course, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Scotty Young. But the Bagley Bermuda Senior Hidden Gem, the 1 in 200 and the 1 in 500. I mean, obviously with the high ratios, they're great. If you can find them for cheap, more power to you. Notice I did not talk about that in the recommended reads. Anyway, Carnage number 2 with the Del Auto variant, as I showed you earlier. I think it's wicked. It's open order too. And then the McGinnis variant for Hulk Grand Design. Megan Hetrick coming in hot. But she's also got some previous experience drawing wings like this. Megan has done the Valkyrie variant. Should check that one out too. It's pretty decent. She's also done what they call them, the street variants over there, Dynamite. Knights of X with the Scotty Young. And of course the teaser variant cover, which was your 25 copy incentive, and I thought it should have been the high ratio. The Ms. Marvel Beyond Limit number 5. Obviously good cover art. Look, the Punisher incentive variants, no matter what you think of the story, sometimes they're rare. Silk with the Bengal, and then the G Young. Silver Surfer Rebirth, the Raza from Crimson Dawn, the Lopez Sabic card variant, the Klein 4 second print of 23, and then Thor 24. A lot of covers with those three specifically. And that's going to wrap it up for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the next episode and what the next episode might be. Raw report, new pickups and mail drops. The next episode, of course, of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser will be right here next Wednesday. But also check out FOC. And if you don't want the FOC FOMO, the secret variant is that prescription. This is how you can avoid paying that tax. You know why? Because as we all know, there's a couple of unscrupulous people out there that do have a diamond account or a lunar account. And they're always trying to hose you on things, getting to pre-sell books. You know, like 1/100 is getting pre-sold at like $500 just because they're trying. I don't want you to fall for that. So, the FOC review is designed to allow you to take one last look at books that just closed on FOC. If you're not watching the secret variant, I gave you time to order them before FOC closed. But this is basically kind of like your last warning. If you're into these Marvel variants, the homages at least over there at Ablaze Publishing, well, then here you go, like 0 number 4. It offers a couple of incentive variants as well. Chiquito, Marco Chiquito. And then Land of the Living Gods number 4. Very interesting story. So Spectro is a one-shot by Wando. Another one of those Aftershock huge format books. Geek Filter, you're never late if you're here. I appreciate you stopping by. Family Values one-shot, of course, cover A by Haspiel. And of course, the cover B by Kaltsudas. Hit Me number 3. Speed Republic number 4. Cover B. So this is the Opus publisher that also did the Death Dealer. The Death Dealer also dropping this Disturbed Dark Messiah book with a McFarlane and Capullo 10 copy incentive as well as a 20 copy incentive. It's going to be Gonna be a chase book for McFarlane fans for sure. So Corollary is again just a cool premise and a cool story. I thought, why not? I did like issue 1. Shout out to, I believe, TM Nerdy, who also took a look at that book. And the rest of the Spine Ticks crew, besides Dave Collects, who's in the chat right now. He's also Biggest Little City Comics. Good Boy #1 Director's Cut. Okay. Rivers of London, Deadly Ever After #1. Cover A by Yoon, but you know what? Cover FOC by Yoon is the verb. And I think this is cover E. Armored Clads #3. This was the cover A. This is the cover B. This is the cover C, but then they did this pre-order bundled edition. It's a 5-issue miniseries, so they didn't make you pre-order bundle all 5. So, Stacey Lee. We all know Stacey Lee from a Silk variant. Got that background art thing working for. But here's Fox and Hare #1. So Yoshitani did the variant cover B. Dyke Ruan did the 1 and 5. 1 and 10. Wow. 125, not too shabby. 1 and 50 by Audrey Mock, but wait a second. Jen Bartel doing a sneaky 1 in 75 variant on a Vault book. Not only is it a 1 in 75, 1 in 100. Black and white with an orange background, so it's not really full black and white, but still 2 different, high ratio Jen Bartel variants. So you got a 75 copy and a 100 copy incentive on a Vault book. Will it get ordered enough? Bleach 20th Anniversary Graphic Novel, Volume 1. Just get it. If you're into the Bleach property, you're going to get it. And then, of course, this was a pretty big one, too. Alice Ever After #2, cover A, cover B, and then this was your 25 copy incentive by Hughes, and then the cover D FOC Reveal variant by Hughes. This is your 10 copy incentive FOC Reveal variant, and I expect the unlockable to be the cover A without the trade press. They didn't show the unlockable though, so it's probably going to be one of those things they have later. Faithless 3 #4, 25 copy Hans incentive. House of Slaughter #6, 25 copy incentive. Oh, there's the 50. 100 copy incentive. House of Slaughter #6, 1 in 150 incentive. High ratio. Power Rangers 19 with the cover B, which is your Legacy variant at issue #93. And then here is your 10 copy Perel incentive. Your 15 copy incentive. Your 25 copy incentive. Oh, it looks like I got almost all of them, but there's your 10 copy FOC Reveal and the unlockable. Buffy continues in a new story called Vampire Slayer. #2. #2, 10 copy incentive, and then the 25 copy incentive as well as the 50 copy. 75 copy by Yoon. Black Hammer Reborn with the cover A and cover B, and of course it's issue #12. Make sure you check that one out. Black Hammer again seems to be a pretty popular title. And I made the joke on the secret variant about this one. Do you guys remember Shaolin Cowboy when Chris Pratt was like supposed to play him and the spec went crazy on this book? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Be Kin #1 of 7 with a bunch of covers. With all 3 of them. Good artist. TMNT, the Best of Rat King. So this dude is up to a whole bunch of stuff. And if you're reading, you know what I'm talking about. Transformers 43 with a 10 copy incentive by Senior. Classic throwback to an original Transformers artist. And then Usagi Yojimbo, number 28, with a cover A by Stan Sakai, but the variant cover by Schweizer. I Hate This Place, number 1, cover B. Just like Scotty Young would say. Image 30th Anniversary Anthology, number 2. Only cover, actually, Mercandolfo. Rain, number 5. Oh, there's a couple of covers that just look pretty good. King Spawn, the blank sketch in black, and then, of course, the Fernandez sketch variant. Slumber, number 3, the cover B. Platt, everybody, aka Splat, showing up on a Walking Dead Deluxe cover. C, issue 39. See, I got this one right. Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 3, cover A. The cover B. And then the cover C. I think the cover C with the 25 copy incentive is pretty wicked looking. I think it's going to do well. Superman, Batman, or Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 3 with the cover B by Lucio Perillo. 25 copy. This is your 50 copy. And then this is your Batman the Knight, number 5. Riccardo Federici cardstock variant. We talked about this on Drunken Chat, and shout out to all my Drunken Chat brothers. I hope you're all doing well today. But Catwoman number 43, no secret, no surprise. Jeff DeKalb been doing these A covers and killing it. Jenny Frisian been on the B covers and she's been killing it too. Sozo Maiko 1 in 25. Fire. Duo number 1, 25 copy incentive. And then here's Stargirl on Earth Prime number 4. Fables returns issue 151 with a 25 copy Tedesco variant. And a gold foil issue 151 with a 150. Flash 782 cover B, Todd Nauk. And then Looney Tunes 266. Nightwing 92 with a cover B by Jamal Campbell. Of course, this is going to be the cardstock variant cover. And then the Asian American Pacific Islander variant by Jen Bartel. Shadow War Zone number 1, which is your one-shot with a cover A by John Boyd Myers. Cover B, which is an X-Men homage. The cover C, which is now a 1 of 25. And then they pushed the 1 of 50ness off of that one and made this one the 1 of 50. I don't normally talk about trade paperbacks, but when they're like all new graphic novel-ish, this is a variant of Zatanna, even though she doesn't live in the Marvel Universe variants. Captain Carter number 3. And again, from my understanding, Captain Carter is not Captain America, Sharon Carter. Devil's Reign Omega number 1. 25 copy incentive is not too bad. And neither is the 50. Now, this is a big deal, kind of, because you can get it with the trade dress. You can get this with the barcode and the little corner box, or you can get this one here as your connecting variant cover, or you can get the 100 copy incentive, which moves most of the stuff to the back, or if you're really feeling retro-ish, you can get the 200 copy incentive, which like OG pixelates the inking to make it look like it's newsprint. Because again, here's the new, there's that new. Moon Knight coming back for a second print in issue 10. Punisher with the Okazaki variant. Now, I read the issue of Punisher out today, and I don't know if it's going to have an effect on that book. It might. It just might. And Sean Clive, thank you. I appreciate you saying it's another awesome show, but you guys are the ones that make it awesome. So I want to thank you for watching. Please, of course, don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment on the Rewinders. And see you guys right back here next week, if not sooner, or someplace else. But again, don't forget to like and share the video. And thanks for tuning into the Maximus channel. I am the Ultra Maximus.